استفسار حول البرنامج أو حول أهداف هذا المؤتمر، أعطي الكلمة للحضور الكريم في طرح سؤال أو اثنين حول هذا المؤتمر، خلفيته وأهدافه ولماذا هذا المؤتمر بالضبط. أما إذا لم تكن هناك رغبة في طرح هذه الأسئلة والاستفسارات فنمر إلى المداخلة التالية اللي هي لسيد كولي. فالسيد كولي هو من نيجيريا وأخذ دراسة الهندسة في بلاد الأصلية نيجيريا، وبعد ذلك التحاقه بهولندا في بلد المهجر. هو مدير لمعهد أمامي في دنهاغ، هذا المعهد الذي يهتم بمسألة وسائل التكوين والإدارة، وفي نفس الوقت هو قصر في مجموعة من جالية النيجيرية في دنهاغ. هو نشيط ومهتم اجتماعيا من خلال مبادرات اجتماعية ومشاريع وعمل مشترك مع منظمة المجتمع المدني في دنهاغ. سيأخذ المداخلة وكلمة حول كيفية تشكيل أو تكوين لوبي أفريقي في هولندا أو في دنهاغ كنموذج من أجل تحديد مطامح وتطلعات الجاليات الأفريقية وفصل العمل المشترك وتوحيد الصف كما ذكر الأخ نصر الدين في افتتاح المؤتمر.
First, we would like to give a chance for if any questions or remarks.
My name is Kunle Uyesaya, and I'm privileged and honored to be invited to give a speech here today. And I want to thank the organizer, especially the chairman, for giving me the honor to address this august occasion. It is my profound gratitude that we are coming together as Africans to look at the role of Africans in the Netherlands. I've been given a very simple task to discuss the African migrants in the Netherlands and look at their political aspiration, the economic and social development. I'm from Nigeria. I trained as a civil engineer. I came to the Netherlands 12 years ago to do my master's degree in transportation engineering at Delft. And since then I've been in this country working for the masses, working for the people of this nation. Now this gives me an opportunity to want to see how we can work together. The Debate Forum for Africa, next slide, yeah. African migrants. This conference is to fashion out a way for us as Africans in diaspora in coming together to become a positive force in this city of The Hague and also in Netherlands as a whole. And I'm going to discuss these other three topics. Number one is the political influence. Number two is the educational excellence. Knowing fully well that if you are not well literate in this developed developed country, you will become irrelevant. Number three is social developmental goals that we may give ourselves. Africa as a continent. I have been here for some time and a lot of Europeans think Africa is a country, not a continent. And that's why I want to give this information because although a lot of us here are from Africa, but for the benefit of those who are not Africans, Africa has 54 countries. Next slide. 54 countries in Africa. So Africa is not a country, it's a continent. And there's a population of over 750 million people in the continent of Africa. Africa has a land area of 30.3 million square kilometers. It's a vast land, it's a big continent, and is bigger than the combination of China, that has 9.6 million kilometers, combination of US that has 9.4, Western Europe that has 4.9 square kilometers, India that has 3.2, and Argentina. If you put all these countries together, Africa is much, much bigger. Why do we need to look at Africa in this context? To know the influence of the influx of the population on Europe. So I want to go into the history of African migrants in Holland. First to come to Netherlands, I was made to understand, are the Moroccans. They were the first came here to Netherlands, and to be more specific to The Hague, along with the Turkish, to help in the Marshall Plan. They came here when there was shortage of manpower to do the infrastructural development of Netherlands after the Second World War. 1946 to 1955, a lot of workers were brought in from Morocco and from Turkey. So that's how the genesis of how Africans gained entrance into Holland. Then the Ghanaians came. Then the Nigerians came. Then of course the Somalians, the Congolese, the Liberians, the Sierra Leoneans, and the Ethiopians, Eritreans, Sudanese, all came based on one reason or the other. Some to seek the greener pasture, to look for better job, better environment, but some came because of the war in their various countries. When you have externally displaced people, they need to become refugees in other countries so that the loss of life will be minimized. So Africans were brought into Europe for various reasons. Although Holland was one of the vehicles that started the slave trade, but the influence of slave trade is not in Holland. Africans who were taken out of Africa were taken to South America. So the influence of the coming of Africans into Holland or Europe is not because of the slave trade, but because of war and because of economic reasons. So the population of people living now in The Hague is just slightly less than 500,000 people. The Africans in The Hague were less than or about 5% of the population. So you can see from this population that we still have a long way to go if we want to influence this society. The status of the migrants, next slide, the status of the migrants in The Hague. Although the Dutch were involved in the slave trade, this has no influence on the population and the status of Africans, migrants in The Hague or in the Netherlands. We were not brought here as slaves. So any African you see in Holland was never a slave. We came as free human beings, and we have the freedom to express our willingness and ability to integrate into this society. So we were never suppressed in Europe in terms of inequality or disquality or disadvantage or lack of advantages. Most Africans were here because of economic reasons, like I said before, to seek the greener pasture. Some came to study, people like me. I came here to study. I fell in love with the country, and I tried to contribute my quota to the development of this city and this nation. Some were here because of conflict in their countries. They sought asylum as refugees and stayed. Many Africans are now Dutch citizens. And that's why we have the basis to discuss what we are discussing now. So many Africans now have Dutch passports, but what is our role in this country, in this city? Having the Dutch passport is not the only thing. We want to have influence. We want to have a voice. We want to have impact. We want to create an impact as a human race in this country, in this city. And how can we do this? How can we be relevant in the 21st century? How? Number one, we need to be ready to integrate into this society. Integration. Accept The Hague as our city, as our home, and we settle down. I want to share this with you as a Nigerian. That a lot of us believe that we are still going home, or we came here, we were here for only 2 years, 3 years, after that we go back. And now we are here for 10 years, some here 15 years, some here 20 years, and we still think we are going back. We better settle down. Am I communicating? Some of us came here without children, but now we are married, we have children. Our children are Dutch citizens, they were born here. They do not even know the streets of Lagos or Khartoum. They know the streets of Amsterdam and The Hague. And this is the truth. We want to face the reality now. So when we are ready to integrate, then the Dutch community will be ready to accept us. But if we still feel we are going away or we are going back to Africa, we don't want to intermarry, we don't want to intermingle, we don't want to watch the Netherlands news, Netherlands television, we don't want to listen to the radio, we want to only listen to the television from our continent. We are not ready to integrate. I see a lot of Africans having satellite dishes in their houses. They listen to the news from Morocco and from Nigeria more than they live in Holland. We are not integrating. I'm one of you. If you ask me to speak Netherlands now, I will disappoint you after 10 years here. We are not integrating. So for us to be relevant, number 2 point is that we must be ready to speak the Dutch language very well. Communication. Communication. Of course, we can communicate among ourselves. I speak English to you, you speak English to me, I speak Arabic to you, you speak Arabic back to me. I speak French to you, you speak French to me. But the Dutch people don't know Arabic, they don't know French, they don't know English. So we need to accept their own language. Be ready to do business in Dutch, be ready to communicate in Dutch, be ready to help our children with their homework in Netherlands. Number 3, involvement in community activities. As African migrants, we must be seen to be involved in what is going on in the city. I had a meeting in my office recently and somebody was asking me the last time the Queen led the budget, how many African faces were there? When the Queen is riding the golden chariot on the street of The Hague, how many Africans are on the road to greet her? When her husband died, how many Africans were there to look at the corpse of the late husband of their dear Queen? We don't have a face in this community. We exist, but nobody sees us. We don't have a voice, we don't have a face. People don't see us. We close ourselves in. We are not involved in community development. The next one is education. We need to be relevant educationally by getting involved in courses that are dignifying. I want to underline that word very well, dignifying. And I know I'm speaking to Africans who are parents here, and I'm going to challenge you this morning. I pastor a church. The name of our church is Victory International Church, so I'm a Dominican. And I found that in the last 15 years, no African child has graduated as a medical doctor in this country.